Hi folks, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick, we're on the Commodore Amiga, and we're looking at a horizontal scroller shooter this time called Darius Plus. It's published by The Edge in 1989 and based loosely on the arcade cabinet from Taito in 1987. So we'll see how we get on. Generally I find these games pretty tricky, but it's set in an underwater setting. Already reviewed it on the ZX Spectrum. We need to get through those sort of like levels as we load Zone A. And we'll see how it compares. The Spectrum one was pretty hard, the graphics are a little bit big to get through, and the mirrors touch as you die, but you've got a shield and you've got energy as well. So here we go, underwater. Anyway, it looks quite colourful initially. The music is sort of like okay. It's not moving particularly good in terms of the frame rate, but anyway, I do like the power-ups that come at us straight away. Yes, it looks quite basic in terms of the graphics. They're colourful as they are, but it's not playing too bad. First of all, you see in the top, the middle there, we've got the shield and the power of our energy. Power-ups seem to be easier to come by than the Spectrum version as I go through, and I haven't died as of yet. If you touch any of the green scenery, you lose a little bit of energy. It's showing danger. Check out those, there's a power up there which I've got and I've blown up. Well, anyway. Now, the Spectrum version had great end-level bosses, including a squid and a giant octopus, so hopefully I'm going to get to them. Right, okay, so I'm surviving a bit better than I would do of most shooters, but in terms of quality, it's not really up there with Project X, Pidgeot as well, which had fantastic music, and Agony, which you controlled an owl, so it's pretty much bog standard. I wouldn't like to have paid full price for the thing. Frame rate is quite poor, as we said. But our lives at the top, in the middle, sort of like there, top right, says 6. Come on, Nick, go, go, go. And I'm blown up again. I don't know any cheats for this game to go any further. It could get a bit annoying as you die over and over again, but those other games I mentioned were quite tough too. Agony knocks this for 6, so check out that review if you're unfamiliar with that game completely. Xenon 2 was a vertical stroller, also with an underwater theme. That was heaps and heaps better than this one. Yeah, so if I paid full price for this... Oh, is that the end? If I paid full price for this, I would have been disappointed. Got it on a free disc, I would have been delighted. A huge battle, great. This was the great squid before... Oh, doesn't look like it's the squid, looks like something else. Fatty Gluten is approaching fast. Who's he? Right, now, I've got a good power up here. Should be able to take out this guy. We're in space. Fatty Gluten is a massive fish. Right, let's see how many times we have to hit him. Hopefully not too many times. My shots are going straight past for some reason. Maybe I have to just hit the metal eye. That's what I have to do. What bit do I have to hit in this? This looks quite tricky. I'm not quite sure what bit of the fish I need to hit here. Possibly the eye then. That's what's happening. Focus on the eyeball. Do. Avoid the missiles up and down. Let's get off at least level 1, Nick. Let's do that. Now, if you had this game back in the day, let me know. The reviews aren't about expert gameplay, they're about how you would have found it in your first or second go. And on my first go, I've made it to the first end-level boss, which is quite promising. Although he doesn't seem to be dying too quickly, does he? He's fatty gluten. Do. Because this is taking too long. I'm always a big fan of an easy first stage to try and get you into the game. Another horizontal scroller we should mention is R-Type. My favourite though is Silkworm. That's more advanced than this as well. There's some great sounds in Silkworm. Oh god, 2 lives left. This is too tricky. Now this game's annoying me. This fatty gluten is not being destroyed. Yes. Right. Okay. So, when a game's frame rate is not quite as good as other ones available, you need the playability to be there to draw you in, and then you can sort of like ignore the rest of the stuff. The playability isn't there with this one because the end level boss is, I don't know how long I've been shooting at him, he's just not dying. Now, yeah, game over. You might have some tips to get past him. If you do, then put it in the comment section below, but that bit is like ruining it for me. Maybe it'll grow on me, but at the moment I'm getting the impression this game is a little too hard, like a lot of the games to be honest. But it's too much standard. The Amiga, it's alright, but the Amiga could do a lot better than what it is doing here. But let's have a few more goes. Maybe my views will change as we go through. Sometimes they do if you give a game enough time. Right, so that's what we need to do. If we beat this, we have a choice of B and C on the zones we do, and then it just gradually expands. So if you complete the game, there are different ways of going around. Admittedly, I did play the Spectrum version with the cheat on to get a little bit further. You go, quite comic book in its looking, but the power-ups are quite plentiful. I think the secret might be then to try and save as many power-ups as you possibly can to attack Fatty Gluten at the end. Unfortunately, if you lose, if you get blown up, you start right from scratch again with none of your power-ups. I think you need something quite meaty by the end, so it looks like it's a survival process to get to the other side. Yes. Take me to the other side. Now, you might have loved this back in the day if you had it. I think it's pretty basic. It's colourful. Music is sort of okay without being spectacular. I don't know why we've got jet boosters if we're underwater, but anyway, bit of artistic license going on here. Right, let's just concentrate on trying to beat the thing then. Go, go, go. Now, if you're liking the channel and you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We've reviewed quite a lot of stuff. If you want to check out the playlist, there's a link in the description of this video, or you could click on my username, which takes you to the channel page, and then there's the playlist tab. There is a time recording anyway. Yeah, please consider subscribing, and a huge thank you to the members that are keeping this thing going. I do try and put up as much as I possibly can. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky time-wise, but you know, if I can ever go full-time in the future, well, hell to Betsy, things will start happening then. There'll be more live streams, that's for sure. Right, thank you, members. If you want to find out what that's about, click on the join button. It doesn't commit you straight away, but then you can make a choice then. Right, I've been kaboomed again. There's certainly a lot of stuff shooting at you. Right, condition red now. Fatty Gluten's going to turn up unless it rounds up a different fella. Yeah, the Spectrum version you thought was squid then an octopus, but the end level bosses are quite big. Fatty Gluten's now you wouldn't think someone with the name Fatty Gluten would move that fast, but it's a huge fish underwater or in space or somewhere. I'm presuming there's a special bit, there must be a weakness of this fish that you have to hit, and I've died already, and now I've got no power-ups at all, making this pretty much impossible, I would have thought. Yeah. Goodness gracious me, great balls of fire. Yeah, the end of level boss bit ruins the game for me. Good as the graphic is, I can't help that Psygnosis would have done something a little bit different with it, or another outlet. The edge, yeah, pretty basic really. Am I being a bit cruel with the frame rate? It just seems a bit blurry and a bit jerky at some stage compared to a lot of the other ones. Project X was by Team 17, to check that one out. That was pretty tricky as well, but it did feel like in an event where this just feels like some sort of like just ticking boxes really of what a shooter should be. Come on, I tried to do a kamikaze into the thing then hoping it would blow up. Fatty Gluten, if you are Fatty Gluten, comment below. No, actually don't, that might cause problems. Die fish, die. Oh man, if you are a big armoured fish in space or underwater, then comment below then. Let's not mention Fatty Gluten. I would like to see all the end of level bosses, that is for sure. But yes, I don't feel a part of this game. It's average. It's not saying I really hunt down to play. It's good for a few goes, I suppose. The interest is seeing what the end of level bosses are like. It would be good to play with a cheat on just to see that. But once you have seen them, I don't think there's any real reason to play it again, with so many other horizontal shooters available to play. Silkworm, Project X, Pidia, Agony. You've probably got a favourite one. There's probably a few I've missed out there, but this I wouldn't have this in my top 10 probably. But come on, just keeps it up, blown up again. I'm not sure I'll have another go after this. Maybe I'll have one last go to see if I can actually do the thing. It's all about trying. I think maybe if you've come to the end level boss Fatty Gluten and sort of like maintain all your sort of like power-ups and stuff, you might be able to get to the end without any like initial problems, perhaps. But yeah, you need maximum power-ups, then attack that fish. You can have a fishy on a little dishy. You can have a fishy where the fish comes in, boat comes in. I mean, right? Doesn't play that song in this. Yeah, I will just have, I don't want to, but I will just have one last go on the thing to see if I can save up the superpowers so I can blow up Flatty Gluten with one go. So just concentrate on survival, Lionel. Stand by for action. We're going in. Warning, 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 warning. It says 5 times. We're landing on Zone A. We've got to get to Zone Z, or at least one of those ones at the end. The loading times yeah, they're pretty good actually here. That's not too bad. Right, come on. Oops, and I've blown up again on the scenery, but that's okay. If you're going to lose a life, then lose it early. Right, now we need to get a run together here. Right, come on, we need decent weapons, baby. Right, hang on. Might be a way of doing a smart bomb that I don't know. If you've got any tips for me, then put it in the comment section below. Smart bombs will be good, especially with Fatty Gluten at the end. Right, okay, so that'll be useful. We can maintain that weapon at the end. I'm not confident. Maintain that weapon. Look at that. That weapon against Fatty Gluten will be pretty good. Got some sort of force field thing going on. Now we're superpower. Superpower. No, I think it is doable now. Just don't blow up. If you blow up, you've had it. Get me through. Shield's looking pretty groovy. I'm firing amazing fire stuff out the front here. What might have a shot that fires backwards? Come on, shield. Hold up. Hold up. Oh no, I'm in bother. Oh dearie me. So it was looking good, and now suddenly it's not looking good at all. As I'm back to my basic gun, and it's gonna go back to the beginning. There we go. It's gonna go back. I'm back to the beginning again. Fatty Gluten's gonna turn up and just show me what for. I think quite soon. Oh come on, we need to upgrade the weapons quickly. We're running out of time here before the end. That's sort of okay, but not brilliant. Try and get that thing. Right, get that thing. Did I get that thing or not? Condition red. Step up to red alert. But, oh man, a huge battleship. Fatty Gluten is approaching fast. Good. Right, okay, this weapon's better than before, but still quite weedy. Take that, Fatty Gluten. And we're gluten intolerant here. Well, I think I might be slightly lactose intolerant, but not gluten intolerant as of yet. Right. A lot of people are a little bit lactose intolerant. I think when I drink a lot of milk, I got bothered. But anyway, don't drink lots of milk, Nick. Oh, come on, Fatty Gluten, do the decent thing and just explode it. A lot of these shots are flying past. Oh dear. And yeah, there we go. You get destroyed once and you lose all your power. Oh man, this isn't fair. This is crazy bad. Yeah, I don't like this game, to be honest with you. It ticks a few boxes. It's bog standard. Music is sort of okay. Graphics are sort of okay. But when you compare it to the best, it's not really okay. It's second division stuff. It's not hideously bad, but it's not one of the best ones. Right. Kaboom! You might disagree. I always like hearing your comments as well. If you played this a lot as a kid and got further and got the tactics, you probably got a lot more fun out of it than what I'm doing as a newbie. These reviews are always about how you would have found your first and second go. And the first and second go for me is a bit not impressed. Right. Kaboom! Now, if this Fatty Gluten blows up, then suddenly I might completely change my mind. I'm fickle like that, as I was like a kid. There must be just one part on this fish that you need to focus on, maybe the eye. That once you take that out, it's a lot easier. But you have to hit him too many times. I've been hitting all over the body of this mutant fish thing, and it's still not doing stuff. He's a big boy, a robot fish, and I've blown up again. It's game over, and I probably won't be playing this again unless it ends up in some live stream in the future, maybe. So, hope you liked having a look at that one. It was very, very average in my opinion, but that was Darius Plus on the Commodore Amiga, published by The Edge in 1989, based on the arcade cabinet from Taito in 1987. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.